napkins today.
Mhm.
He only had cucumbers and a couple pieces of watermelon for lunch.
Sorry.
So we're back. So we got lost. We got cut off. Dang
I'm gonna
Facebook
share.
jailers.
I'm gonna share again.
Damn Facebook didn't like our wording. But no, I'm just playing. We lost power, so we're back up, guys, and we'll.
Technology, hey, it
Yeah.
happens. It happens. So I'm gonna
So-
share this again. Bear with me.
So we're gonna put it back on all our pages, and hopefully, you guys are following us. To go back to the Brew&Chew page or to my page? Okay, is the power a little bit better? It's because I messed up again.
That's all right.
So we got 453 followers pretty quick.
Yeah.
That was fast.
It was pretty fast. So
That was fast.
because
I remember when it was just 20, and then I was like, damn, we got 30 already.
remember they got, dude, we got 100.
Yeah.
Other people sharing it as well because their followers.
So that goes to their
hopefully will
people.
come. Yeah.
So we're back.
Gosh, I don't know if it's been 14, 15 years now. We had our own businesses. We did a lot of motivational speaking together. And then I came
I forgot
on.
about that.
I came on because of Lori. She asked if I'd be interested. Obviously, she didn't do the hiring, but I was the morning show host for B106 here in Fort Morgan for 4.5.
Right there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, I loved it.
Right
It was
there.
probably my favorite job I'd ever done. When I gave my notice, I cried. But I no longer had my business, so you don't go into radio to make a ton of money.
Yeah.
So I actually considered maybe doing both, but it just didn't work out that way. And then, gosh,
I think all this, someday all of us hope to it takes off. But I mean, I DJ'd for 17 years.
oh my
It was a
gosh.
hobby. It's a
Yeah.
hobby.
That's kind of what Lori and I look at whiskey, wine, whatever, gals. It's a hobby. We enjoy it. We have fun with it. But sometimes it is hard when you're not making money with it because you put a lot of time into it,
Yeah,
even if it
you
is fun. It's fun, but yeah. So I did that, and when I was on the radio, right when COVID hit, I like to decorate. So I was on my decorating page, and I was decorating with whiskey bottles, and I was like, hey, I think I'll do a whiskey, wine, whatever next week. So I literally started it on my patio.
Because you got a different page for your decorating, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Eclectic Decorista.
And that's just on
Facebook.
Instagram? Or is it on Facebook?
Facebook and Instagram. So, I do some decorating for folks. They'll hire me on to do some decorating. I put on a big workshop that was a lot of fun a couple years back. So, yeah, so I just started the whiskey, wine, whatever gals. People were tuning in because they didn't have anything else to do, right?
I think it's just not out here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of channels on YouTube. There's a lot of channels on Facebook, but it's just people aren't doing it out here.
Yeah.
So
You got to get into the algorithm.
Yeah.
Once you get into the algorithm, you're all right.
It's hard to get there.
Yes,
When you have
it is.
consistency, you have to
Yes.
be consistent.
with that, real quick, I'm just gonna be watching on. I think it's February 13th. I haven't told Freddie, so Freddie's the first time he's gonna know right here, but I did give him a hint about it. We'll have one that knows about the algorithm for Facebook and TikTok.
Oh, nice.
Pushing 100,000 of views, 98,000 views.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so
See,
watch
I
that
don't
one.
even do TikTok.
So watch that one. So she'll get into that and tell us how that all goes. But I won't tell you who yet. But
Well, I was wondering because you can pay for, right, to boost.
yeah,
your posts
you
and do
can pay
different
those.
things.
Hers are all organic.
All legit.
It's posting at the time and hashtagging. So
So I do a lot of hashtags, but then I always hear that no hashtags have gone out. Like there's just when you think you have it figured out.
Yeah, the trend changes ASAP, man.
it's because
It's
we got
crazy.
ADD. This country has ADD. All of us do.
Yeah.
We can't focus on things for more than a minute.
Well, I'd really like. So Julie and Lori and I all have calicos. Lori has calico cat.
Oh,
I
Okay,
have
all
a
right,
sister.
cattle,
Let's take it for a
Calicos.
second.
And I'm like, people make tons of money with their cats. I'm like, come on, girls, let's figure out how we can do this with our
What are those?
cats.
What is Dr. Evil's cat? Those things are ugly.
Oh, the hairless cats?
You like
They're
those?
so cute when they're kittens. Oh my
You
gosh.
like those?
No, I don't. I'm not a cat person.
Neither am I.
I'm not a cat person. I'm a dog person.
Yeah, they're so cute.
But I heard they're hard to maintain because they get a lot of skin infections since they're hairless. You gotta vitamins
They
and
look ugly.
shots.
They're
And,
so cute when they're a kitten. My old hairdresser a few years back had a kitten, and it felt so weird. Actually, we had this conversation one time. Who the heck was I talking about? What hairless cats feel like?
The baby, like they look like rats when they're babies, don't they?
Kind of, yeah. Like a peach, kind of. Like a kind of, sort of.
I get you. Yeah, I can see that. I can see a peach. Yeah.
Anywho,
So
yeah.
we're also trying some whiskey and some. I think it pairs pretty good. I think it paired it pretty good. Julie got us some pretzels with cheese. Freddie don't know because he's on a diet. He's like, can't try no
I need
carbs.
to be on a diet.
Can't try no carbs. I don't.
No carbs. I'm on the carnivore diet. What I do, I eat meat, a little bit of veggies, water, and coffee. That's it. That's all I consume.
For how long?
I've been doing that for about
Been like
4 or
forever.
5 months already. By this time last year, I was almost 200 pounds. I was like
Get out.
195, like 195, and now I'm at 152 consistently now. I mean, so yeah.
'Cause I eat it.
So pairing it with some whiskey. So we tried this whiskey on Sunday with Victor, the whiskey guy. What do you think?
I think it's really good. It has a big bite to it. Lori's gonna like this. I'm gonna have to give some.
I'll have some for hers. I don't have it's just real thick and velvety. Keep saying that, like milkshake style thick. I don't get no notes in it. Like I mean caramel for sure, but caramel. I have to ask everybody.
I would say caramel.
Caramel? You say caramel? Not caramel?
Well, what did the whiskey whisperer say?
He said caramel, right?
Caramel?
You said caramel? 'Cause
I
you
say caramel. I mean,
He said caramel.
I don't care what anybody else says.
I think that's like that's a New York thing, ain't it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's spelled CARA. It's not spelled CARM.
But it don't have a K on it. It's a
Caramel.
C. Caramel, not caramel. Caramel's with a K.
How the hell you get that, my guy? Yeah, put that down,
Okay.
bro. Put that down.
What is the only letter in the alphabet that doesn't start with its own letter? The name of its own letter.
Well,
Like A is A, B, C, D.
Where's the kindergartner? We need them.
And my son got this one. So he got me on this one. W. It's not wobble. It's not wobble you. It's W.
W. Good job, Alex. There we go.
My son got that one. He watched these guys. He watched guys on. Games instead of plays them. He needs to see again.
He's
not
very
eating steak.
picky, right? He's
Oh,
picky.
huge picky. Will eat any hot dog off of his cart.
Well, yeah.
My son will just eat chips.
Oh, really? Oh, he misses the great hot dogs? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, that'll change once he
I hope so. I hope
finds a
so.
woman, I bet.
Oh man,
Got
no,
way
don't,
out there.
don't even say that. Don't even say
Oh,
that.
put it way out there. She'll be like, if you're gonna be that picky, you're gonna do the cooking.
So on the whiskey tour or the whiskey findings, what's the best finds you guys found? Most interesting.
Let's see here.
I guess you could have the best find, most interesting, and most popular, or your favorite, I guess.
Most popular. Oh my gosh. Probably we have some favorites, but I think one that was really cool and is one of our first Facebook Lives that we did. It's called Rocker Spirits.
Okay, where's that one?
It is down in Littleton off of Santa Fe, and it was started by, I believe he was in the military. There's a lot of distilleries that are owned by guys
I've
in
noticed that,
military.
and a lot of women ones.
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
there's a name for it. Wasn't there? Different. There was a month for women and
women in whiskey.
no, was it?
I don't know.
Or women? Yeah, it might have been. You're right.
There is
I
one.
was gonna say business, but you're
that's
with it.
another one. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of it right now. Not Dryland, but anyhow, the Rocker Spirits. It's really cool. They have their bottles like roll.
Okay.
They have a flat bottom, but they roll. So
Okay.
yeah, and they've got. I've yet to have their eggnog, but I heard they have amazing eggnog. So that was probably one of our. I'm going to speak for myself, or I might have a different take on it. Probably one of our favorites.
What about the donut one? The donut and whiskey that you guys went to?
So the Whiskey and Donuts event, that's going to be coming up this summer. So it was a huge event that they have outside of the Tivoli Center.
Okay.
And it was pretty cool. Like there were tons of different distillers there, and they paired them with different donuts or different like pastry type stuff. And that was a lot of
It
fun.
went well. It paired well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
paired well.
they did. I
Yeah,
watched some of this, or a couple clips from people that were there. Seemed pretty cool. I did a while back of Girl Scout cookies and beer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Very
That's
cool.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Have you heard about the brewery or distillery that's supposed to open up in Fort Morgan? I heard it was supposed to open up one in Fort Morgan.
A brewery's supposed to come in here. I think it's still on track.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's still on track.
I believe that they had a open date for sometime.
April.
Yeah.
I think it was
It'll be
April
open
1st.
in April?
I thought I heard April
Yeah.
1st.
Oh, well.
I heard. Yeah. I heard
Reach
that
out to
also.
him,
Yeah.
get him on.
Nice. Yeah, that's been I know the people that are opening it, and it's well deserved. They get it here because they would more. I mean, it's been a dream of theirs.
Yeah.
So that once it happens, it's supposed to be a pizza kitchen as well.
Oh, that's cool.
And he's real picky about his beers because I've sold him beers, and he knows his stuff. That he knows his brews. So whatever beer he's gonna have in there and serve are gonna be legit. They're gonna
I
be
know it
top
gotta be
notch.
hard. It gotta
Top
be hard to
notch.
open up a brewery because of the licenses, man. You gotta it's all
Licenses,
the
that,
behind
but-
the scenes, man. I'm telling
And
you.
then making all your batches consistent. I don't understand how they. You can put the ingredients on paper, but it's the same. You can put them on paper. You can go line for line on, but it's hard to be consistent even then.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even make a cake the same way.
Yeah, me neither. It's like baking. I hate baking because you got to be so precise with the ingredients.
Yep,
If you mess with cooking, I can throw a little salt here, add a little this to
Yeah.
a baking. Tedious.
I think the most interesting one that you guys went to is where you brought me the gin from. I think I think the
from,
lady
in
was just
Greeley?
interesting. She was cool.
Oh my gosh.
She was
I can't
crazy
think of
cool.
places. What's wrong with me? My 52-year-old brain.
It's,
It's right there.
She has gin, whiskey.
Yeah. And it's women owned, and she has it in this old granary,
Yeah.
where the trucks used to come through. It's really cool. And she used to be an engineer. I cannot believe I can't think of the name of it. You know.
She was just a cool old lady.
Yeah, I will find it here. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank.
I can't even think of it. I can see the bottle still sitting on my shelf at the house.
But yeah, so she's really cool. She used to be an engineer.
Okay.
And so obviously she brings a lot of that background to what she does. But definitely her spirits they're very unique.
Yeah.
They're very unique. It's a cool little bar that you can go set out there. That's one of Lori's favorite places to go.
She brought a gin back to me from that place.
Fire.
Oh, okay.
And what did you think the back notes of it were?
I mean, because gin has a distinct taste, because it has that. What's the plant they use? Juniper.
Yeah.
Right? Is it juniper?
Mhm.
No. Is it? That's what. Yeah. So it's real. Gin has that real green, citrusy, fresh flower smell to it, like real punch to it, and that one was pretty smooth. Yeah.
Syntax.
Yep.
Yeah. And speaking of distilleries, one of the things that's kind of cool, especially with the whole concept that's here and the amazing bar that we have in the back,
Mm-hmm.
the owners of there are from Greeley.
Oh.
So, am I allowed to talk about
Yeah,
it? Oh,
yeah.
yeah. So Matt Estrin, he has the distillery 477 up in Greeley. And then Jana, oh my gosh, I cannot think of names today. They have the bar After Hours in Greeley.
I
So
seen the
whole
after
concept is
hours
that whole concept.
in Greeley.
Yeah, so we were able, Lori and I we brought Matt out, a couple years ago and had him do a tasting over at the Brush Golf Course.
Yep.
So that was really cool that folks were actually able to kind of experience and so forth. So when we heard that this was going to be coming here, we were pretty darn excited about it.
So what's cool about? Do you know the 477 name came from?
It is from a pier, right?
So
Oh, no.
back in the day when alcohol was not able to be sold or purchased in this area, so dry county.
Mm-hmm.
Greeley was a dry county. It passed in Greeley. I don't
that's
remember
right.
the exact year, but it passed with 477 votes able to sell alcohol
That's right.
and purchase alcohol in the town of Greeley. So that's where the 477 comes from.
I was totally sorry to interrupt, the first original was Tower 56.
Yes.
So that's where I was going.
Yep.
But
Yeah, it was 477 votes passed. Can you imagine that? That's all the people that voted?
Yeah.
That's crazy. 477 people. But that's where the name came from for the bottle, for their distillery. It's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
It's a fun place, but so grateful that we have this to experience here in Fort Morgan.
And Matt's a good dude.
Yeah.
I've seen him a few times, and he stopped by the store.
Yeah.
Right? I know he stays busy. They had some cool Christmas stuff going on.
Yeah.
And New Year's.
Yeah.
Yeah, and give away, maybe even here at the bingo, they give away some bottles.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, if you guys like bingo.
Bingo.
Already? Really? Kind of sick.
I like bingo.
If you like bingo, definitely, come check out. It's a lot of fun, and you get win free bottles, like full bottles. So
They got 80s trivia Saturday.
yeah, I know. We need to get out our 80.
The galleries in that one.
There we go.
I'd like to try one. I'd like to do one. I don't know how to play, but I'll host it.
I don't know how to play either.
I'll deal it cards.
I can play slapjack. You can game of
I
slapjack.
could play homemade and Uno.
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 Yeah. But speaking of distilleries, there's going to be one going in Sterling. Asking me names. It's not open yet, but they're getting the inside done. And actually, a gal that I used to work with many years ago, her and her fiance, they are the ones opening
So
it.
what is the guesstimate? I don't know if you know. I don't know, but a distillery. I mean, what kind of money are you looking at?
Oh Lord, I can't even imagine.
No,
I
$1 million, you think?
Easily, bro.
I mean, that's how many
Easily.
different
like-
liquors you got too.
yeah, and if you get backers, I don't know how that all works, but it's not. You know, Lori and I were always joking. Maybe we can make our own whiskey, and we were at this place, and
Sounds little
and
kits.
actually you could, but it was like I don't know, remember how many bottles,
So
how much money we had to come up with. So we were trying to figure out who would want to like be our
Invest.
donors.
Yeah.
Can we do a GoFundMe for that?
So what's crazy is that the whiskey that we're trying, that's what this is. So what they did is a contest. It's a customer blend
Oh, cool.
from the barrels in that warehouse, I believe, if I remember right. But that's what it's called. So the CYPE, you might look it up.
It's right. It's on the back of the bottle.
CYPB.
Let me see.
It's a customer, something to do with customer blend, but that's what they did. The customers went and they submitted all their choices, and it's how they came up with that one.
So yeah, I'll get the name. Sorry guys, the name. It's not open yet. I don't know for when the date they're gonna
Craft
open
your
it.
perfect bourbon.
There you go. Craft your perfect
CYPB. Craft your perfect bourbon.
So who crafted it again?
Customers.
Oh really?
Yep.
Oh interesting. Is that why the price point is where it's at?
You know, and I'm all over the place with when it comes to that pricing stuff because I think it's the reason I kept it is because for the price that the market goes for one, I wasn't going to sell it for what I bought it for. For that, that's why I opened it. But I was also going to sell it shelf price because I still thought outrageous for what
Yeah,
do I pay?
yeah.
Yeah, I would have made some money. That's what it's about. But it's only one bottle. I'm not going to ever get it again.
I will say in your like the tastings you've done out here, do you have any coming up?
You know, they're just too busy.
Yeah.
And I don't like to, you know, they got a lot of stuff booked and planned. So mine was just kind of, I'll fill in kind of thing. But they're just way too busy right now.
Okay.
Too much stuff going on.
For them back there?
Yeah. They're booked.
That's good,
They're
though.
booked. Oh, yeah, that's good. In store, I'm just too crowded with too much. Did the last whiskey when it was.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, that was fun.
I don't even back there to do some. I used to set a bar up in the back, but it's just we're too full.
I'd say things pretty popular.
Yeah, they did all right. We did all right.
If you do the blind taste test, you have really no idea. I think we went for the bottles that weren't as high priced.
Well, the first one, remember the first one that we did? Yeah, it's all on what you see, and it's the same. Blantons, however you want to call it. Everybody pronounces it different. So that was one of the things he said. He said I can put a decent whiskey in a fancy bottle and sell it for twice the price.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty much what it is because ancient age and that one in Buffalo Trace, all the claim is all the same stuff, but it comes from all the same distillery. I don't know.
So we don't talk about scotches a lot.
Nope, I don't like it.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. Pastor.
It's a different drink.
Pastor Dre.
Yeah.
The first time I ever met the pastor at the church, I met him at whiskey tasting. And he said, well, hey, it's this guy. But a friend of ours here, Aaron, that knows good scotches.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. I swear it's at this really cool bar, and there was like this decanter that was with, I actually have it now, it's really cool, this horse-drawn decanter thing.
Okay. Yes,
Probably
this-
got in a gift set or something. I swear there was scotch in it, and I think, you know how you do as kids, you're like, oh, let's try that, or let's like, I think that was my
You fill it with water.
Yeah.
Scotch is like Maker's Mark scotch.
No, that's still whiskey. Scotch is gonna be like your
don't
I
think
just
I ever
lost
had
track.
scotch,
Like
bro.
Buchanan's, Jameson's kind of a Irish Scotch.
What's the most popular? Talon?
I would go with that one.
It definitely has a distinct. Now I will
Buchanan's
say.
is the most popular as far on the Mexican side, Mexican people.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I will say that I've had some scotches that there was one that Aaron told us about. You could drink it on the rock. Lori and I tried it, and we were in Greeley a couple months ago and went to the speakeasy there.
That one,
Yeah, it was so cool.
Is that
It
the
was
fancy
fun.
bottle, the one that's cut like that, like a V? That McAllen's bottle?
I don't remember. What
No?
the bottle looked like. But I told him, I said, surprise us, what's your favorite cocktail? And this kid, he was like 22, 23. He's like, well, I like scotch. And I was like, oh, okay, you know.
It's
But
a different drink.
oh my gosh, it was the best drink. I don't know what all he put in it or anything like that, but
And that's the old fashioned. They make it too with that.
mhm,
It's pretty decent.
mhm.
So scotch is something that you make a mixed drink with? You don't drink it
You're
straight?
supposed to drink
Oh.
it straight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
All right.
I think all are made to drink straight, but there's some you just can't.
Yeah.
Because Freddie's a cognac drink.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, it used to be.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
used to be.
Yeah.
like
Hennessy,
good
Remy.
cognac.
And cognac
Oh, yeah?
and rum, they say is going to be the next craze.
Oh, really?
That's what the claim is.
Oh,
I don't know when it'll start, but that's what they claim is.
interesting.
I've tasted some good rums, but that's a different world too.
Yeah.
Because it's real sweet. That sugar cane, real sweet.
Yeah.
So, but that's supposedly the next craze. Cognac and rum. We'll see. That's good
Cracking?
stuff. We got some of that. Yeah, 100 proof.
Oh,
That set you back a couple days.
yeah? Sounds like it. And do you feel that, like the craze, I kind of feel like more women are drinking more whiskeys, more.
It has changed. That has changed.
Yeah.
I think that I think women have a better palate than the guys. I don't know why. Because I think you guys can pick up more flavors and taste. I think guys can pick up a lot more scent.
Yeah.
But I think women are now turning. You see more women drinking whiskey.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, Scott got me a bottle from 477, their latest bourbon.
Yeah.
And I tried it, and I'm like, you can get me that for Christmas. So
That's their limited one they just came out.
yeah,
Right?
he gave it to me for Christmas, but let's just say he's had most of it.
Is it?
I had to hide the bottle. No,
Did
I'm
they?
joking.
And you can only buy it there, right?
Yeah, you can only get it there.
They had a grape one I wanted to try so bad. There's only could buy it there too.
Well, we'll see what we'll.
Did you get one?
No, I haven't gotten one, but I'm trying to think when I'll be going.
It came
for
out
it.
of
It
that one
might
came out
be
Thanksgiving.
A
One
grape
I
bourbon?
No grape. Just a. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was vodka or
Spirit,
schnapps.
probably a spirit.
Yeah,
Just
something.
Grape spirit.
But I like grape. I like anything.
I never tried it, but I'm sure
Grape drink.
you like the candy cane.
Candy corn's good.
Candy corn.
Oh
Candy cane.
man, you don't like candy corn?
No.
No.
way.
Man, you guys are weird.
Lori loves it. That's like her favorite. But
So-
It doesn't have the same texture. It's like wax now. Before it was chewy, you know what I mean? But now it's like wax,
because it's,
bro. Like
it's
horrible.
probably like 30 years old from when they made it the first time.
Right. So we've touched base on this a little bit, and obviously we're in dry January,
Yep.
right?
Kind of, yeah.
One of the biggest things that are hitting, and I saw somebody with some blurb I saw that restaurants are missing out if they are not adding more non-alcoholic cocktails to their.
It's
pages.
2023 was the number one trending moving beverage as far as up the ladder
Oh yeah.
is non-alcoholic beer.
And so with the stuff that you bring in,
Yeah.
are most of them coming out with a non-alcoholic version?
So Corona has one, Guinness has one, Heineken has one, and pretty much all the big brands will have. Budweiser has one. They all got non-alcoholic beers, and it's what's weird is it's the. I don't know if what's Gen X, what generation is that? The ones that are 21 now, their gen
That's
is
what
the.
they're wanting to do the non-alcoholic.
So that's crazy. So when they're turning 21, they're drinking non-alcoholic. I was waiting to drink. Well, I mean, I was already drinking.
They might be partaking in other stuff, maybe not across the board, but
I don't know. Because even I was watching that, and I even seen drug sales were down, like pot sales.
like, oh, really? Oh,
So I don't know with that generation.
yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? I
Yeah,
see-
because when I was under, there was a lot of old folks that was coming in.
Like
and I'm
35,
talking about
like 35 and up,
35 and up, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm talking, I seen old folk coming in there like,
What age are you gonna
smoke
throw
weed?
out there?
60s, 70s, because I was
Really?
watching, I was looking at their IDs, and yeah, man, they coming in. Some of them coming in with the oxygen machine, like, oh shit, like yeah.
You'd be surprised what comes into the store. I mean, the age looking for log lane.
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
But it is. It's not. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's definitely weird.
Well, I will say I didn't do dry January, but I'm probably going to here in the next maybe we'll wait till
Next
March.
year?
I don't
No.
know. Yeah.
I always say next
Um,
year.
I always do a little stint where I just curb the alcohol for like a month or two.
And he's been what? How long?
A year?
A year?
Yeah. You know, and it's interesting because people, like family members, I have family members that are like, oh my gosh, like, drink alcohol every day. And I said, I don't always, like, even if I do a reel or if I do a video, if I, doesn't mean I'm drinking it. We're creating videos or we're doing, you know, just sharing. Or I might have pictures where I went to somewhere that was like 3 weeks ago and I'm sharing it, right?
Yeah.
Like,
My father was a heavy alcoholic drinker, so parties, I will sneak a little drink. So I've been drinking since I was a youngin'. So
Yeah.
it's just,
you decided it was
it's just played out for me. I'm no drinking, no smoking, eating healthy now. I'm an old man already, 46 years old. I'm an old man, man.
Wait till you're 52, let me tell you.
That's when the check engine light comes on, huh?
Yeah, Staley's ready to trade me in for the younger mod.
I think that as us younger, we just abused it because we just partied.
Yeah.
Now you appreciate it. You appreciate what you're
I
drinking.
would say obviously
conversation.
you're not gonna slam a.
This is why I stopped drinking, because I would buy that bottle and I would drink. We going through it the whole night.
Yeah.
One night we going through it.
If I had
wow.
opened it at the house on a party
heavy.
night, it'd been probably different. But you know, it's not. I think now I've learned to respect what it is.
Yeah.
And I think it's a conversation piece. I mean, I think alcohol brings out, get you talking, get people talking, speaking about even just the bottle is a conversation piece.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah, and I think, and like, I'm glad you kind of mentioned that. Like with Lori and I, we really love to bring the ag aspect to it.
Yeah.
Because we have, we're friends with the Whiskey Sister Supply. They're from Burlington. And
So now there's a gang with whiskey,
yeah,
a whiskey gang.
Whiskey Sister Supply.
Whiskey gang.
What's
huh?
really cool about it is our family has been in farming for many, many, many years. It's been, you know, in their family in Burlington. And of course, trying to diversify things and how do you make more money with the farm. So they went in and are sourcing their grains to different distilleries throughout Colorado. I'm not sure if they're outside of Colorado, but the concept's really cool.
Yeah.
So, you know, another way just to make money on a farm and diversify things a little bit. And I'll tell you what, Felicia, she's done a couple of Facebook Lives with us. She's hooked us up with some great distilleries. That girl knows her stuff. It's
And there's
fun
quite quite a bit of them, just like hidden ones, right? Around here, around Colorado,
hidden
like smaller ones people don't know about that
distilleries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that are interesting.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'm hoping one of these days if we can get Sharon and Dan to do some wine barrels, so we could use the barrel and
Oh yeah.
wonder if they do that.
They might. I don't know. Are
That'd
you
be-
in with the winemaker?
Yeah, I know him. I know who he is. I buy a couple
Yeah.
boxes every now and then from
yeah,
him.
he might. He might. So yeah, I think it's cool.
That'd be cool.
And that's, I mean, I think here in Morgan County, we're pretty lucky. I know there's a lot of, you know, towns around us that have, you know, a couple different distilleries, a couple of different of this. But really in the last year or 2 years, we've gotten a lot of great things that have happened here with,
Oh, yeah.
we have our own winery here.
Yep.
We're going to have our own brewery here. We've got this location here.
Yeah.
With the,
It's
with,
modernizing.
Oh yeah.
it's
Modern.
awesome.
Well,
And
Sterling has they got a beer,
they have
a
a
brewery.
brewery.
Have you tried that one?
Yeah, it's really
Is
good.
it-
Parts and labor.
They won't.
and-
They won't.
Oh
sell
yeah,
outside
Parts
the-
and Labor. They
outside
got
the
some
doors.
good food over there too.
I've
man.
heard that. I've
They
heard
got
that.
some
We might
good
have to go
food
over there
over
and
there.
at least do a review on food over there. 'Cause they don't sell the beer outside the door. Well, for us, for me.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah.
And neither does
yeah.
what's the other one you guys do? Yuma?
Yeah, the tumbleweed.
Yeah, they don't sell.
Tumbleweed, they don't sell.
No.
And now you can take with parts and labor. You can take the jugs.
Mhm.
You can take jugs.
Like the growler. Oh, you can take
Growlers,
with you.
growlers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take those with you. Not for resale, obviously.
Yeah, they won't let me. Well, they won't sell their product to me, so I can sell it on my shelf.
Gotcha.
That's the problem.
And tumbleweed in Yuma, Lori and I've done Facebook Live there on their anniversary. It was a lot of fun. A farmer that farms and he's county commissioner and all sorts of things.
That's crazy out here that you don't find that stuff in Denver. Like, you know, Denver that with big cities, but out here you'll find the same guys: the commissioner, the mayor, the
Bro,
the
the
distillery.
hot dog cart, the mayor / chief of police from Last Chance came.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, you want to go over there? You can set up over there.
Wait,
Bro,
wait,
there's
wait.
nothing over there.
Nope.
That's my stomping grounds. Mayor last chance.
Mayor Last Chance, he came up there. Some
You
guy.
from Last Chance?
I grew up in Linden, which is about 10 miles
It was
away.
I forgot his
What else is
name,
out
man,
there?
but
What's
it was a guy. He's the chief of police over there, and the mayor /
I had no idea we had a mayor in last
yeah, /
What's the other town that's over there
Linden, Anton.
before Lyman? like halfway between here and Lyman.
Last Chance.
No, there's another one.
Woodrow.
Woodrow.
Yep.
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 Those little towns, there's nothing there.
There's nothing to do. No.
Nothing.
Nope.
One house, a
No.
post office.
I loved growing up out there though.
But you see, there's a lot of truckers that go through there.
Oh yeah,
A
definitely.
lot of
Well,
truckers. So
sure.
you-
And I've said this, I don't quite know the whole thing, but did he say anything about the superhighway?
no.
There's supposed to be a superhighway that's going to go. I don't know if it's going to if it starts in Lyman, but it's supposed to go through Last Chance, and it's supposed to be like almost like an interstate. They call it the superhighway.
Really? When did that
Like
start?
I don't know for sure.
It's gonna come towards this way.
Mm-hmm.
Some business.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
So on that sense, business wise, since you guys have been in radio, started radio, or when both of you were in radio. What have you seen grown, expand, change?
In
Radio and business in town.
business in town, gosh. There's been a lot of growth. Obviously, the HGTV
Yeah.
thing came here, and there's mixed feelings about it.
Yeah.
Mixed feelings about it. I personally, because
'Cause you,
I kind of spearheaded it.
I didn't know
and,
this.
Yeah, I
it's her
spearheaded
idea.
because I love to decorate. So I'm on HGTV, and I literally was looking, and I was like, oh, they're looking for towns to do this. So I reached out to Ann, and we found a videographer. Matt did an amazing job on that. But I think with that growth, there's been other businesses that have jumped on board. Like if you saw the show that they just did last month, it brought on some of the other businesses that have popped up. I mean,
So when they did the review or rewind or whatever they called it. Yep.
like there's Tierra Luna, which is a great space that's bringing
I
in
still have been in that store.
different small businesses so they can have a booth there and showcase their
Yeah.
items.
I've been in there.
It's a really
pretty good?
cool
Pretty good.
spot. Yeah,
Real
they have
cool.
a cool,
Got a lot of cool
concept
stuff
there.
over there.
I have to check those guys out. Bring them on.
There's a new clothing store on Main Street beside Sage
The
Brush.
printing, the printing spot. Besides the printing spot, right?
Uh-huh.
It was the store before that. It came out on HGTV.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
So is the Terra Luna a similar concept to where Larry has the podcast,
Yes.
the Bullhucker? They do the same thing,
The
right?
Brush Emporium.
Yeah.
So- but they do the same thing as them?
Yeah.
As the Terra Luna? So
It's pretty much same concept. So again, in Brush, I mean, that's a great thing that they brought on is the Brush Emporium. They have pizza, they have wings, they have, I guess they're gonna have live music on Friday night. So
oh really?
I think in our communities, people are trying to figure out, how can we showcase the talent we have in our communities, whether it be through food, through things that they make, things that they sell, as well as talents. And I think it's a great concept.
I think it's just people are stuck in their old ways.
Yep.
That they don't let things happen.
I think it's starting to get better. Though,
It's getting there.
don't you
It's getting
think?
there.
I think.
And I think it's because we're starting to get younger people into the politics end of it,
Mhm.
as far as works in the city,
Yeah.
and so it's helping. But
Yeah.
there's still we got a long ways to go.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll ever see it, but I think he needs to just put the guards down, take the chance. There's always going to be an issue. There's always going to be problems
Mhm.
that you have to fix and handle. But if you don't try it,
Yeah.
you're never going to advance. I don't think.
Well, and I think in our communities, because our communities are smaller, they very well could dry up and die, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
So we have to continue to rejuvenate and figure out, what's going to be the best thing to keep our communities going.
Keep up with the
and
times.
keep growth and,
You gotta keep
and
up with the
for the kids
times.
that graduate that move away from here, for them to want to come back. What do they want to come back here for?
To the kids that graduate, because I graduated from you come back. You always come back. I'm not all my friends did, not all the kids I went to school with, but I would say at least half. I would think at least came back, and maybe left again, but there's still a lot of us here.
Yeah.
And I think so,
Yeah, but I think there's a lot of talent that's a lot of talent for photographers that help HGTV.
I got my little 10 seconds of fame on ATV.
yeah,
I'm at the very end. 10 seconds.
Take it.
Don't
I'm serving hot dogs. Not the hot dog car. Stop playing.
get his autograph before you.
I'm really hungry
I appreciate
right
that. Thank you.
So what else? What is outside of all this whiskey? What is your biggest interest in
So
hope for-
I'm actually trying to get my might possibly be bringing my bag business back to
Yeah.
fruition. It's crazy because the guy I used to work for that was my mentor retired. He actually came out of retirement.
But you were what, like one step from Shark Tank, right?
Yeah, gosh, I tried 3 times,
Yeah.
and I almost made it to the level where you go in and you actually are in front of the sharks, but I didn't.
Oh,
get
that's
there. I
cool,
didn't get
Michelle. I
there,
didn't know
so,
that.
yeah,
That's what's up.
yeah. And my product, I didn't get rich with it, but I helped a lot of people because it's for all ages, people that were on oxygen. I didn't get rich with it, but I helped a ton of people, and that
I need your
was
autograph. What you
amazing.
mean? Stop playing.
It was hard work, and I did a lot of things wrong, but I got a Huggies grant because of it, and met a lot of amazing people. One of my good friends, and Lori's friend as well, she was one of the first gals invested in on Shark Tank. Her name is Tiffany Crummins, and Barbara invested in her.
Oh wow.
So she brought a product to market that's it's called Ava the Elephant, and it was a medicine dropper for kids.
Okay.
And this is so cool. Her and her dad launched a business, I think it was a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. It's like a probiotic,
Yeah.
and it's going like gangbusters.
That's cool.
So she's able to do a business with her dad, and I met a lot of really cool people that were auditioning just like we were. We became kind of a family, and just amazing people out there. And the only thing I have to say,
It gets cutthroat.
yeah, it does. And, I didn't make the money, and I couldn't, I had to end the business, might be bringing it back. And it's really hard because you put your full, everything into it. And when you lose that, it's really, really hard. I haven't dissolved it yet. I guess maybe there's a reason why I haven't.
There's a difference between, and you can see it on Shark Tank. You see the person that wants to do it wholeheartedly and the person that wants to do it for the money.
Mhm.
Of course, at the end of the day, everyone wants to make money.
Yeah.
We all want to make money. We all want to make it, have that rich and famous lifestyle, whatever. We all want that dollar bill, but there's not a lot of people that do it for the purpose of the reason. I mean, I know you do because that's what I know how you are, and I know because you're a people person, and it saved lives.
Mhm.
I mean, it helped your kid, your son.
Yeah.
And there's not that many people, and I think that when it gets to that point, that's when you know the product works.
Yeah.
Because I don't care who you're, but Walmart, Sam's, all those big guys, they can make all the product or buy people to make those products for them. But when you got someone that makes it for the purpose of because it saved your kid's life,
Yeah, it's genuine. Genuine. Like,
you know what works. Then you know that there's reasons behind it, and I think people get the shaft on that end of it.
Well, it's interesting because it takes so much work. Like there's so much work that goes into it. And I spent my last grant money that I had with Huggies. I wanted to get my product into Walgreens, right? Because they have oxygen bags, and I was like, my bag needs to be there. So I went to this Atlanta to one of their big trade shows, and there were drugstores there, right? But they were looking for gifting items. Now, sometimes my bag was given as a gift, but a very niche product, right? So I spent my last monies to go to this trade show, and I did not get one purchase order. And I was heartbroken, and I was pissed.
Because it's where it gets cutthroat.
But you know what it did? It made me go, you know what? I'm going to get my product on those shelves. So I actually had Ty with me. He was probably about 7. I walked into the Walgreens, met the manager, and went to the back office. And at the time, managers were allowed to bring in products on their end caps. So he believed in it, got my product on the end cap there, which gave me a vendor number. And then I went to every location in Colorado, got my bags in every location in Colorado. And because of that, I got on drugstore.com.
Nice.
And so I was selling there. So
made you grind harder.
yeah, I was.
That's
Yeah,
what's up.
and I had a lot of doors shut too. And at the time, I thought I had a shoe in to bring it back with one of the biggest medical suppliers, and they're like, "We're not interested in it yet." The crazy thing is, during COVID, my bag, I probably could have sold. I don't even know how many bags I could have sold.
So, but when it gets to that point, you gotta have patents and stuff, all that stuff lined up too, right?
So I
Because you don't want someone to steal your
it's so
idea.
much money to do a patent though, Juan, and anytime you do a tweak on it, I mean, I didn't ever have a patent because it's so expensive and you're changing or modifying it all the time.
The
I
technology
did have it.
probably?
I did have it trademarked though.
Okay. So no one can steal that part of it.
Right.
Yeah, so with each modification, you got to patent it again. Jesus
Yeah, you change
Christ.
one little thing on the blueprint, you gotta redo it all over again.
Yeah.
So
So anyhow, so that's probably one of the things I'm most passionate about.
what was it called?
The Busy Breather backpack.
So right now, where's that?
I just need to. I have the same person I worked with before. They'll fund it,
Okay.
warehouse it, drop ship it. I just have to make sure I have enough companies that would want to buy in, so we can do the minimum production run and bring it back.
So what's the minimum production to make? How many?
I think it's 1,500.
And so and that comes from the guy that you have that's vested, that will vest in it. And then so could you sell it on Amazon?
Yeah.
And then you could sell it on any other site.
Right.
And how would it get how would it get shipped, from you or from the warehouse?
From the warehouse. So when I first started, I did everything. The truck pulled up to my in-laws' yard. We carried boxes and boxes and boxes. I had was taped together to shoot them down to their basement.
Yeah.
And
So you got to put them together still, and then ship them.
no, the bags are put together. They're just in boxes.
Oh, okay.
The bags are
Okay.
put together. So I warehouse, drop ship, did everything myself, and it was hard.
And
It
people
was
don't
hard.
get what people don't get too is that when you do something like that. I mean, even what we do. I mean, what all of us do here. You put your time. Your time is money. I always tell people, my time you can't afford, because I'm not going to put a price on it, because there's just no one's going to pay for what I do. And you put your own money, your own time into it. No one else is going to do that, because honestly, no one else gives a shit about you.
Yeah.
You know,
That's true.
and what you got going. So it's rough. It's hard work. Hopefully, I'm still racking my brain. I know someone that we can get somewhere down the line. But
Well, there's still a need for it, and even more so now because of the COVID that we went through.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
so to buy the whole package that you have that you're selling, what is it for?
If you buy one of the Busy Breather backpacks, they retail for $39.99.
And what's that price compared to other similar stuff? 'Cause there's not something just like it, right?
There's some since then there's some products that might be a little bit similar, but they don't have as many features. I think it's around the $50, $60 price point. The thing is you can't bill it through insurance, right?
Okay.
So oxygen businesses I actually sold to Lynn Cares nationwide too. They could get the $5 bag that goes over the shoulder. So it's $5 because they bill insurance for the whole oxygen, the tanks, everything all in one.
Okay.
So my bag, they were like, well, it's $39. So some of the companies, they just kind of had to bite it a little bit, shall we say.
Okay.
But so there's a retail option for it. There's medical suppliers. One of the biggest medical suppliers in the country used to sell it.
Yeah.
They still wanted to sell it, but I didn't have the funding to go forward at that point. So
you gotta have that first dollar to get it rolling.
and I have it now. Now I just need to make sure I can get it into another medical supplier and we can launch it.
Right on.
So I'm not giving up.
Cool.
So see, that's perfect example right there. Is why I say, always you guys, each one of you bring something big to the table, and that's like a life changing academy.
Yeah, I had a lot of very cool things that happened. Probably one of my favorite memories, though, a local boy here. He has a lung disease, a sick little, and probably 3 years ago, we didn't know this, but he literally looked like Hannah, and we were able to walk and give him this. My Ty handed it to him,
Nice.
and
So does Ty remember all this? Does he?
yeah,
Right on.
yeah. He's kind of funny about
cool.
it. He's a little shy about it, but yeah. So yeah.
Huh. So see right there. That's what it's all about, man. So it's all about.
That's
So
a fact.
if you guys see her stuff, you see it come out. What's it called?
The Busy Breather backpack.
The Busy Breather
I used to
backpack.
have a Facebook page. I don't because I don't have product right now. But if you Google it, there's
What do you think? How long until you think you can start? It'll be pushed out on the shelf, if everything goes the way planned.
So to get the product, it's going to take 4 months because it's
So
made
end of the year.
and possibly because it has to come in cart and
If all the other things fall in line and goes through.
yeah.
So there you go.
We'll
It's
see.
gonna happen.
See
God
what
is good.
happens. We'll
What
see.
you got, Freddie? Anything last words?
Chiefs and Niners.
Ooh,
So
I think the Chiefs are going to win it.
Look at that. Yeah.
how come the Chiefs didn't have to change their name?
I think they just said they weren't going to, right?
I don't know, because it was a big deal a while
Did I
back,
pay the
wasn't it?
fines?
Well, what? What you said?
Oh,
All the what was it?
The indigenous peoples.
Had to
Yeah.
change their team names.
like
I
the
think-
Reds.
Oh yeah, like the Redskins and.
I think
mhm.
probably they just said they weren't going to. And they're top in the league. maybe they had fines to pay. I don't know, but
What's a 49er? Gold.
It's a gold mine. Yeah, gold
I
mine.
won't tell you what my grandpa called them.
so yeah, it could be interesting. I don't know. It was a good game.
So who's the halftime show?
Oh shit!
Usher.
I don't even know. Oh, is it?
So no Taylor Swift.
Nice.
Usher.
Did you say Taylor Swift?
That's what I thought it was. Well, because of the Chiefs, that's her team, right? She owns the team,
know.
right?
When
She's gonna own it now that she's dating what's his
And
name.
then, so during halftime, what could happen if she's up on stage performing? Kelsey can come up and join her
And then Usher
for a couple.
drops in
Yeah, for a couple
backup
little.
singer.
Yeah, yeah. And then you go back to playing
Horrible.
football.
Usher, man, that dude's he's a little too old, didn't he?
Yeah,
I
you
don't know.
consistent
Usher's got
though,
it.
man.
Usher's got it.
But there's too much drama.
Those old school rappers.
That was awesome.
See, they had
That
did
was
you see
last
all the
year's, right?
oxygen tanks in the back?
Okay.
I think they had her buddies, her
My
oxygen
backpack.
tank backpack,
Oh, dang.
50 cents. Guys,
That guy.
dude, that guy, it's Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg,
Oh,
yeah,
that guy. Oh,
That's what happens when you get shot a bunch of times.
too much weed.
I heard
But-
he quit, right? He
Snoop,
quit.
I think, he's reserved for life.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna outlive all of us.
Could be.
Probably, he probably will. I don't know. I saw. Are you sure it's Usher?
Yeah, I promise you, Usher.
I'll look it up right now.
Look it up right now.
That's. They're gonna bring
So-
him back from the dead too.
So do you think that the 49ers could actually win because they're playing the Chiefs?
Well, for,
Not that the Chiefs are going to pay the best ball.
I think they could because of
There's
Brock
a lot
Purdy.
of controversy there.
I
Because
don't
of
watch.
Brock.
I don't
They
watch
got a young
TV or football,
quarterback.
but from what they've been predicting is they did predict the right teams. All this controversy that this
Yeah.
setup stuff that we were talking about earlier, and I think they had picked the Chiefs to win it.
I like Kittle.
So I don't know. I don't watch. I got out of it when it
Gotta
got
give Freddie credit. He was right.
Usher. It is Usher. Who he has to have someone else with him though.
Come on now. Oh, you know he gonna bring some people out.
He's gonna come out. busting.
He got a lot of remix songs with a lot of people.
I bet you he comes out, sings the first song, and then Taylor Swift takes over. Mashup.
There we go.
Horrible.
Yeah. And then Kelsey's going to hop on stage, and his brother's going to hop on without his shirt on.
So do you follow a lot of the entertainment world business or controversy?
Kind of, sort of.
What do you think, Cat Williams?
Oh, I don't know.
Did you watch that one?
No,
I was just that one. I'm still watching that. They're still. He's eating up Oprah. Dude.
56 million, my
He's
God.
eating up Oprah, dude. She's gonna get. She's done.
I don't know. Wait.
You gotta watch the Cat Williams.
Okay.
You gotta watch it.
He's outing pretty much all of Hollywood and comics and Oprah and all. And he's just.
It's on a podcast
P.
called Club
Diddy.
Shay Shay.
Oh, okay. I'll check that out.
Shay is Shannon Sharp.
Yep.
Oh, he used to
Broncos.
play for the Broncos. Tight end.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Oh, interesting.
He has a cognac album. Try to get hands on so we can try that one.
In case you're watching, Shannon.
Yeah, send a ball to Fort Morgan. Because I think he's gonna out a lot of people.
I just loved how in that whole thing he kept. I don't know, like I've always had a thing about people that say, "Well, I'm super humble,"
Yeah, because they're saying it to cover up something.
right? It's like that makes me look deeper.
Yeah, I
And
think,
he kept saying that
But-
he was super humble.
but he really don't have. If you think about it, he don't have nothing. He's not tied into all this big money people. He's on his own.
You don't.
All
Got
he
nothing to
has.
lose.
How many Netflix he said he had?
I think it was like 6 or 7. Yeah.
So he has 6 Netflix shows.
Gotcha.
So Netflix calls you when you have a certain amount of pretty much following.
Yeah.
To buy your show at the ticket sales that you're selling on the street.
Oh.
So that's how Netflix will get you your own show. And he's one of like I think 5 or maybe not even 5 people that have ever got that offer.
Oh, interesting.
So his Netflix shows they pay him like $2 to $2.5 million for one show, and he pays his undercomics, the guys that open for him, $300,000 per person.
Per episode?
Yeah,
Per
per
episode?
episode.
Wow.
And the other guys, who was he was dogging on Steve Harvey,
Everybody. Steve Harvey.
Cedric the
Really?
Entertainer.
Kevin Hart. Cedric the Entertainer.
So has there been backlash from all the people he's been?
Oh yeah, if you
Yeah.
gotta look on YouTube, man.
But they don't know how to cover it. They can't cover it up fast enough because he's just. I think he's gonna out
How
everybody.
does he know so much?
He got
He's in the
receipts too. He
game.
got
Yeah,
video
he in
and
the
like
game.
paper and like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
And I think Joe Rogan has the best response to it. So he can come on here anytime he wants.
Joe Rogan just wants some more clout, but he's the biggest podcast in the world. That guy is. Joe Rogan. That's I watch every now and then, but he gets too far out there on some stuff.
Sometimes, for sure.
So
Have you watched the Kelsey podcast? It's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
so the last thing for though, one trending thing I've seen: dinosaurs. Did you see this one? Dinosaur is a Greek word. Comes from the Greek language. The Greek language is not as old as dinosaurs. So how did that come possible?
I don't believe in dinosaurs.
So they say that the dinosaurs are what used to build the pyramids.
And you said the Greek king.
The Greek language is not as old as dinosaurs. The dinosaurs are what I don't even know what the year is, how long ago they came, but the Greek language I think is a few 500, maybe 400 years old. But the word dinosaur is a Greek language.
I think it's all man-made when they find bones and all this. It's just like it's like an evolution. When they say evolution, I don't believe in that either because why you don't see apes evolving now with the humans?
Yeah, that's what gets me on that one.
Like,
It's because they ate that special fish and they turned into human.
Something like that, huh?
You're not smart. That's what happened.
Yeah. The last thing, $1 trillion. You know what it looks like and how much it is? Anybody?
What it
$1
looks
trillion.
like? No.
$1 trillion. From the day that, however you believe in Jesus, God or Jesus walked the earth. From the day that he walked, had feet on ground, $1 million a day to today is $1 trillion. You'd have to make $1 million a day to equal $1 trillion. So we'll never pay our debt. Think about it. It's a lot of dough.
There's a lot of
crazy.
dough.
So-
A quarter of it.
Are you the person you were meant and set out to be? Or do you still have to fulfill some promises
I think I still need to fulfill some things.
before it's over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard when you're a out of the box thinker.
Yeah.
And you're an entrepreneurial spirit. It's like I've always said, you always should do what you're passionate about, but sometimes that doesn't pay bills. You know, it's hard. It's just trying to find that balance.
So the only ones we had is Nation and Pastor Drake. The only ones that said if it end when they walk out the door, they're good with their life. I can see Pastor Drake though because that's a different world, I think.
Yeah.
but
Cool
if it
guy.
ends, if you walk out that door, I'm taking that hat. You know what I mean?
You want this pink blingy bling? You can get this at John Deere.
So we're good, guys. So for the next, we're still debating on Sundays. We had a conversation for Sunday. Hopefully, Darlene, she wasn't to make it tonight. She was going to come tonight and on Sunday. She's been sick, so hopefully she makes it from Bake Happy or from Brush.
Yeah. Any food vendors, please, man, hit me up on my messenger so I can get you in. I hit up Lada. I'm trying to get Ladas up in here. I'm trying to a lot more. See Willie's. I'm gonna hit you up also, man. Just hit me up on my messenger, man. We're trying to get you on here.
So what we'll do, so next week we're doing a little project at the store. We might do a live from there for a few minutes. Got a guy from Wiggins that is going to do some epoxy countertops.
That's gonna be dope.
Oh, are you doing
That's
that with
gonna
the
be
bottles?
dope.
We're going to do that. I couldn't do it with the balls because it was too thick of a top.
Gotcha.
But we're going to have him out at the store, so we might do a live from there. Take the Super Bowl weekend off too, because everybody's going to be watching that. So 2-3 weeks, but we'll keep you posted and we'll keep some reels going. But we do got Lori on Tuesday.
Nice.
Definitely.
Happy birthday again, Lori.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thanks for the well.
Cool.
Cheers. Have a good one.
See you guys. Thank you.
Guys.